Also, I thought we learned our lesson as a society, but I guess we just never will. I guess we're just fated to repeat our mistakes. Labubu's? Really? Did we learn nothing from Beanie Babies? Like,
I think they're going out of fad a lot faster.
yeah, I think so too.
I mean, remember when Funko Pops first came about?
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah. Those are a little different though. Those are like little figures of actual like characters from franchises you would like, you know. Versus, I don't know, Demon Hellspawn dolls.
Only if you watch
South
Park.
Oh, I haven't seen what South Park is. Well, yeah, I that's not right. That's not true. I did see one clip from South Park talking about the Labubus. Yeah. But yeah, they just look creepy.
They use Labubu to summon Satan.
Yeah. Was that the same one where Satan and Trump are the same, are lovers, just like?
No, this is a different episode. That's
Satan
a different episode.
Okay.
It's actually the one where Satan announced that he's pregnant with their child.
I haven't watched South Park since
Neither have I, but I've seen enough of the clips of that episode. I can tell you kind of what happened.
Like, I guess the last time I really watched South Park was like around the time where, oh, do you like fish sticks? What are you, a gay fish? The whole Kanye, you know.
I think I remember some about fish sticks, but I wasn't watching then.
They make a joke and Kanye is like, in the show, is so dumb that he's like, doesn't understand that fish sticks sound like fish dick, you know, and it's just like, they even make a song. They even made a song, Gay Fish. Have you never seen that?
I haven't seen the episode, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Because like when they did like South Park Live or whatever, I saw clips of that where they had like orchestrals and, you know, choirs, and they did the songs from South Park and stuff like that. And they even did Gay Fish. But yeah, that was like, when was that? That was 2009. Wow.
God.
Season 13. You know, they had a South Park game that was like Mario Party.
Uh-huh. They also had one that was like GoldenEye too. On the in 64.
Yeah, here we go. Chef's Love Shack. That's what it was. I remember I rented that and played it with friends. Yeah, South Park definitely was a show when I was young, I had to sneak watch.
Yeah. They definitely pushed the envelope on what they could show on TV,
Yeah.
and continue to do so.
I mean, that first movie was just insane.
I mean, like that, you know, talking about that first Trump episode, like they actually showed his dick, like uncensored on TV.
Wow.
How they got around it is it was actually a finger with a rubber band on it.
Oh. You know, I was about to say I've watched a lot of South Park, but when I actually think about it, I haven't even watched half of South Park. Like, if this was, you know, in 2009 and it was season 13, they're on, like, what season are they on? 27? Oh, wow. Yeah. 27, and then, like, how many movies are there now? Like, so many movies / specials, I feel like.
I forgot. What'd you say about these links?
My first thing does not have a link. It does
Okay.
not have a trailer.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a book.
So is mine.
Got other things besides the other two, but just not worth talking about. Like,
I've got a couple things that I'm not going to show trailers for, but I'm going to talk about them real quick.
I might mention something before, like when I'm talking about the book. It's another book type thing, but yeah.
I'm ready to start.
I'm good to go.
All right. Pushing the button in. Oops. Second. All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Geeks for the Win podcast, the podcast where we talk about our weeks as geeks. I'm your host, William, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Alrighty, we're back at it. What have you been up to, Stuart?
Not much. All right, good episode. We're done. Yay. No, I've been, of course, continuing my my long journey of reading. I'm down 70 or 71 books this year. I've done loading 71 just this year.
That's a lot.
That is. 4 of them I'll talk about now because it's all a series called Beware of Chicken by Casual Farmer. No relation.
Yeah.
This number of times, like 4 times now, I heard Casual Farmer. I'm like, that just sounds weird in my ears.
Yeah, right.
Just sounds weird to me. It is, I'm gonna say, kind of an isekai. It is an isekai, but at the same time, it's also not. Because
Interesting.
the fact that we never learn what the guy's before name was. Like, we don't know anything about him.
Oh, okay.
Like, and it takes like 3 books to even find out, oh, he's Canadian. That makes sense. Because he has a love for hockey and maple syrup. Not even kidding. And he said, and it wasn't until he says, because he mentioned North America at one point, and then said, I'm in the mood for some apple pie, even though I'm not American. Like, oh, you're Canadian then.
You have to be American to want apple pie? Like,
Well, I mean,
I mean,
it's
that's good.
American as apple pie. I mean, like,
Yeah. I get you, but yeah, it's just like,
no, yeah,
now the big controversy is whether you put cheese on it or not. I do not.
no.
I could
No.
never get behind that. Some people love it. They swear by it.
That's gross. That's gross.
Yeah.
Especially if it's Cheese Whiz. Anywho, the book is it's very heavily Chinese coded as well. Like, everybody's name is Chinese. The culture is definitely Chinese based. The dude even mentions this is fantasy China. And I want to give props to the narrator, Travis Baldry, for figuring out how to pronounce those names. Because I'm looking at the Kindle version while he's reading. I'm like, that's not how I would have said that name. But it definitely sounds more Chinese than I would have said it.
Like that TikTok I sent you.
Yeah.
Where It's like listening's not reading. Well, it's a it's a different type of sensation that I'm using to absorb the knowledge. Plus, I know how to pronounce the names.
Yeah, but even now, I still can't pronounce the names. And half the time, I'm like, I've heard this name before, but I have no idea who this character is. I have that problem with watching anime, where like I can tell you what happens, but I can't tell you what the character's name is, even though if they said it 50 times. Can't tell you what the character's name is. Because for whatever reason, Asian names just go in one ear, out the other. I cannot hold on to them for dear life. So I'm having to use context clues basically to figure out who's who. And there's like two brothers that I'm like, okay, one of you is
Two brothers. I'm sorry. That just remind me of the Rick and Morty. Two brothers.
um that I was unless they say like, okay, this person is dating this person. Okay, I know who that is. I can't tell you what her name is, but okay. So it kind of gives me like, okay, I know who this person is now and which one they're talking about. So the one with the muscles and looks like a monkey, or the one that looks like a fox. Okay. Um, and basically magic also because it's fantasy China, but also like there's different like martial sects of cultivators. So it's kind of one of those like you gotta cultivate your chi, which spelled with a Q. That's not how I would have said that at all. It's QI. Would not have pronounced that as chi, but that's the way it's apparently pronounced.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how. Yeah.
That's what I was like. Congratulations, Travis Baldry, because that's not how I would have said that at all. But
Yeah,
now I know.
the Qi chargers, or even like, yeah, like the wireless Qi chargers. It's spelled Ki or Qi. Yeah,
Huh? Yeah.
yeah. That's the main way I know that, is because that's that type of, wireless chargers technology.
Or, um, and it deals with like martial arts and the whole thing is that the main character, Jinzhou, his name I remember, um, basically gets killed by an upper classman. I'm gonna say it. Um, and his heart stops for like a second, and that's when like our main character's like soul basically jumps into his and takes over his life. Um, but like also he also gains the previous guy's memories as well, so he's not completely lost about like how the world works and all that. Uh, outside of what the guy actually knows. And just kind of comes to the realization of, you know what? If this is what cultivators are like just assholes, just who can do what they want just because power, they're because they have power. I want nothing to do with this. So I'm just gonna leave and start a farm because that is something we know uh, from the main characters before, and that's even how he refers to it as the before. Is he can farm because he used to work on a farm or his family owned a farm? I guess I not really clear. Um, so he leaves. Um, he leaves his sect, goes buys a plot of land in some podunk village, and starts a farm. And basically, he's like, okay, we and he's kind of as he's kind of tilling the earth and kind of getting his farm up and going. He kind of has the, give to the earth and the earth will give back kind of a thing. So he's kind of like pushing his chi down into the earth to kind of help it. And that kind of awakens the earth spirit, basically, who's actually broken. Because of like something that was done to her long ago. So like over the year, basically, he kind of puts his chi into the earth, and like his crop actually ends up being like the best crop anybody has ever had. It's, the grade of rice is above what everybody else can even fathom. And he gets animals like a rooster, which he names Big D because it's a rooster and it's a cock, so he names it Big D. But because he says it in English, people in the Chinese language mishear it and say Badi. Um, and then you got a pig and a hog, which he names the hog Chunky or Chunky, and Peppa, or how do they say it? Peepa. Um, Eventually, a rat joins him. He names the rat Rizzo or Rizu. Um, and eventually, like, all of them kind of become sentient and become spirit animals, basically. So, and Big D, kind of like, he's the rooster. He's in charge of the farm, so he patrols the farmland around it. He protects from in invaders like foxes and other things that would come and harm the farm, and he kind of becomes the protector. And he ends up kind of learning his master's kata that he kind of does every morning, and learns how to kind of fight in his own style. And he becomes really strong. And eventually, a lot of these animals learn how to talk, and it really it kind of reminds me of Animal Farm at some points. Except the animals don't take over. Um, there's also a cat. I forgot the cat named Tigger or Tigu. Um, see, am I missing anybody else? Some more end up joining them. Um, a fish, a rabbit, a snake, and a bee. Although they don't know right now the bee is sentient.
Huh.
Because the bee can't talk yet. I'm guessing they're going to find out in the next book, which comes out in December. I've read the first 4, and like it's a lot of it's just like a slice of life kind of a thing. Like not a whole lot happens, but at the same time, there's also a tournament arc. There's uh when the rats come in, you know uh Jinjo's away, and so it's Badi kind of protecting the farm, and the rats are, one the leader of the rats is sentient, but he's actually corrupted, and he starts trying to corrupt Big D, but Rizzo helps him kind of break it and then fight the rats. And it is interesting, and it is very enjoyable. I honestly didn't think I would like it. It's just one of those things, like, it's on a lot of lists, like, oh, you know, this is recommended because you like this. This is recommended because you like this. It's like, okay, so I'll get the first book and then I'll decide I don't like it and then move on to the next series. But nope, I ended up liking it.
Yeah, it's one I've seen pop up and like recommended for a while.
Yeah. And like the main character ends up getting married, um, and his wife is a dirty old man, basically. When she gets drunk, she sings about a woman and a donkey, and apparently it goes exactly how you think it would. Haven't heard the lyrics, but enough descriptions of the song. Um, and she ends up being a cultivator too. She finds out she is one. Um, so yeah, beware of chicken. It was a surprise to me.
Okay. It's funny you say that because when I pulled up the book I'm going to talk about, the like first paragraph, like the one of the lines is perfect for fans of Beware of Chicken and He Who Fights with Monsters.
Okay, cool.
And that is how I became the world's strongest warrior by using basic attacks. This book is there's two out right now, and I think the third comes out in October. Yeah, October. Um, the main character has cancer and dies, and gets, I guess, he gets teleported or taken or reincarnate, whatever, to like another world. It's a game world, and apparently, like he when he's transported there, oh, also he was a shoe designer, like for I think for Reebok, they said.
Interesting.
Oh, you froze. Oh, there you go. Okay. Um, and his name is Chuck Taylor.
All right. Okay.
And he mentions just like the shoe. Yeah. Which is kind of funny. But he wakes up in this fantasy game world, and um he doesn't know what's going on, and someone tells him, "Oh, you got sent to a hell world," and he's like, "Oh, that's not good." And she was like, "Oh, you should have. It's too bad, you didn't die in Japan. You would have been sent to one of the better worlds."
Okay.
I think she says like, "It's too bad you didn't get hit by a truck in Japan." Um, which is like, that's funny. So he's like, "Oh, he really thinks it's like a hell world. So he's like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck it." And when the name comes around, he types in XX Pussy Slayer 420XX. He's like, "Let's just go for it."
Oh,
And
awful, awful.
yeah, right. And lots of people like throughout this book, yeah, they're like, they look at his name and they're like, he's like, I it was a joke, but whatever, and yeah. But and I think he can technically change it, but I guess like at this point or at a certain point he's just like, who cares? Well, whatever. It's not like these people, it's like the people he interacts with, they call him they call him Chuck, So, but yeah, he realizes he does realize, oh, this actually is not hell, like that lady said. Oh well, but um all the people who wake up in the fantasy world, they have to do the tutorial where they have to, you know, get a practice wooden sword and they have to hit this dummy. This like I think it's like a straw training dummy. And a lot of, it's like to and it's like the better you hit the better your actual hit and swing and all that is like the more damage you'll do type of thing. If
Okay.
you so like having a better swing or a better form, actually helps versus just randomly swinging, and hitting. So he spends 4 months just swinging at this thing. He dies a couple times and has to be revived because he like forgets to eat and all this and that, and um he gets to, I forget what level he gets to, but he figures out, like, and he's like real calculating. He realizes, oh, okay, now I'm level 2 and now the XP has dropped. Okay, now I'm level 3 and so the XP, each level the XP is dropping by half that I get from each swing. Okay, and then it ends up getting to like point oh oh something, percent of the next level up each swing, and it's, so it's like it's grueling. And basically what it does is it like it increases his proficiency bonus to like an ungodly amount because, like, he mastered the basics. After it gets to a point where the system's like, yeah, you're no longer getting XP at all from this. You've done as much as you can. You've, basically broken the system, because most people, like, they leave after like leveling up a couple times, and then they'll go do like, kill slimes, and then kill, it's slimes, and then like spiders, and like others, there's like a level of different types of creatures you go one from next type of thing. But he just kept at it, and there was a point where there was like he had disciples who were like trying to like copy him, and that they all gave up after like a week or two. You know, pretty funny. But yeah, he's just calculating, and his like he's always thinking about the whole thing is like his whole thing is, I'll do I'm gonna focus on the most optimal, efficient path, you know, and it whether it's him taking it slow for 4 months, hitting, the training dummy, and while I'm reading it or listening to it, I'm just like, what is the point of this? Has he like snapped, or like you're really confused on like why he just keeps at it, and why he just it's like he's lost it, and I guess, and a lot of people around him, his nickname becomes Dummy Slayer.
Okay.
Everyone refers to him as the Dummy Slayer. But was it he ends up like, you know it, he ends up leaving and going after like, like slimes, and it's like he hits his first slime, and it's like, oh, okay, slime hit, damage this, you know, but times proficiency bonus such and such equals this much of damage, you know. Slime's health is only like this little bit of damage, so overflow, and it just like makes this huge. I guess it makes this this burst of energy that just like I think if I remember correctly, it annihilates like slimes around him type of thing. You know, it's like this overflow of energy. You know, not since the slime's health is only so small and his attack is so large. You know, and he'll go to like the next thing like spiders and stuff like that, but he'll like play it kind of safe and cautious and not really not really think he's OP until later on he'll realize, yeah, I guess I'm kind of OP, but he'll play it real safe and people, it's one of those where people are like, oh my God, how did you do this? This shouldn't be possible. And he's like, that's optimization, that's efficiency, you know. Um, he kind of feels a little, I feel like he's they kind of wrote him autistic like in a way.
Okay.
With how like I mean, as far as like he has characteristics that kind of remind me of like the character from The Good Doctor, who's like was an autistic doctor. So, and how he's like always calculating, and he doesn't really like he also doesn't really pick up on social cues a lot as well. Um, but and it also kind of he also kind of becomes I've never played Monster Hunter, but Dauntless is basically Monster Hunter, right? Where you kill creatures and you make
Yes.
armor out of them, and
Yes.
you gain like resistance, and that basically happens here. He'll like kill creatures and get their armor and get like resistance to fire, and stuff like that, and you know he'll keep on going. There's a fast travel system in the game, and it's a set of pipes, and the person in charge is named Mario, and he has a brother named Luigi. Or no,
Okay.
he has a brother named Lou. He has a brother named Lou.
Lou.
Yeah. Um, and some of the other workers are different mushroom people.
Okay.
And there's points where it's like, oh, where's Mario? Oh, he's fighting a tortoise dragon who kidnapped a princess, and he's like, is it in a castle? And it's like, yeah, how'd you know? Like,
How do
they
you
go
how do
really
you not know?
they go really strong on that. He's like, oh wow, okay. And yeah, they play up that, especially in book 2. There's a lot there's a lot of humor about that, and he talks like Mario, the character, like they voice him just like Mario, like it's a me, Mario type of stuff, there's a lot of humor to this for sure. Uh he there's romance involved in this, and then there's some spiciness in that starts in book 2, and it's pretty spicy. I actually looked at some of the reviews for book 2, and I saw, and some people were and people were commenting on it. I wasn't sure whether or not since I've never listened to really that type of stuff,
Yeah, as I told you, I'm going to listen to it at some point and go, oh, this is actually really tame.
Yeah. But no, there were people complaining about it, and it
Well, some people
like
don't like it.
yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere because there was nothing like that. Like the most inappropriate thing pretty much in book one was his name,
Okay.
you know. And then book two, it's like full on like 50 Shades of Grey type stuff that I assume. You know, I've never watched or read 50 Shades of Grey, but like it's like very descriptive in certain like sexual acts type of stuff.
Does it describe how the other person tastes? Like that kind of a thing?
Kinda, yeah, but
Then yeah.
but but yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that starts in book two, and book two is a is a tower journey, 100 floor tower like thing that he goes through, which is real interesting. There's a reason for that, but he befriends a character who they name themselves Witch, a female, well endowed, according to everything. She's the one who like makes him the armor and stuff that like give out of the parts that give him resistance to various things, elements and all this and that. Um, his sword, his like training wooden sword, like when he finally leaves, like the person in charge of the area is like, here, take it, it belongs, you should have it. And he uses his sword and he upgrades it and with parts and stuff, and it just transforms into this completely crazy sword by the end of it. And it all started as a wooden practice sword, which is kind of crazy. Like where it actually ends up becoming. It becomes sentient, I think they say at one point.
Okay.
Um was it there's a character called D'Artagnan who's dressed like a musketeer type character and has like French accent and is like very showboaty with his talking and stuff. Like it's hilarious. Um, he ends up like becoming like a party member for certain stuff with Chuck. It's a pretty good book. I enjoyed it. There's two books out right now, and the third comes out in October. The second book, it gets really crazy and lots of stuff happens. Like I said, it's like a tower. He has to climb a tower, and it's like nobody's ever gotten past tower like floor. I think like 16 or one, or 20 or so, something like that.
Okay.
Where it's and they handle it pretty well with like getting through getting through and not making it feel like you know making it feel like it's too easy, or you know giving each floor kind of enough time, and while still making it be in one book and not making it feel like it's just it's not skipping too much and making it feel like there's not enough going on in the tower. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in that tower. That's where he does a lot of preparation, like going and getting like going taking the travel pipe the travel fast travel pipes to like different places to get like to fight monsters, to get like resistance for his armor in order to prep for certain floors of the tower and stuff like that. And they handle a lot of the mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics, like game mechanics and stuff like that in this that's pretty interesting
Obviously.
and very fascinating that I like. And certain things that I'm like in certain things that are like very like I don't want to give anything away, but like certain like abilities that creatures have that are really kind of like, oh well, that's just fucked. Like if you ever start the series and read it, I'll definitely you'll know what I mean. There's one particular that he gets kind of a hint about from Lucifer Morningstar,
Okay.
who has like an interest in him completing the tower for a reason that's revealed later on. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, he's always calculating like, okay, if I do, you know, gold, this much gold, or this, everything's copper. There's no gold or anything, it's copper. So like, oh, he ends up selling something at one point for like 500 million or 500,000 copper, you know. So it's everything's in copper, you know, which is kind of weird, but um it's really good. I'm really digging it. I can't wait for book 3 in what's it called, in October next month. I think it's the 28th. So just a little over a month away. Yeah, October 28th. But it's pretty good. I went through these two. I went through book 1 and 2 pretty quickly. It was after I had finished book 3 of Past Life Hero, which I did read and
Cool.
enjoyed. It was good. It's very, 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 very entertaining. But you've already talked about that,
Right.
so I won't really say too much. Besides the fact that I liked it, I found it enjoyable.
Who was your favorite spirit?
Who was my favorite character?
Spirit.
Oh, Spirit. Probably. I mean, I forget his name. I forget the name, but the Bones.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say too.
Just like it's just hilarious. He's just all about bones. Yeah. But I am intrigued
I
about
want to taste
the
your
the
bones. A little tickle or nibble.
I am intrigued about the divine whatever spirit. The one he
Anansi.
yeah.
The only reason I know that one is because of American Gods. That one stuck. Like that name stuck with me.
Yeah. Well, I mean he has well yeah, I guess he's the no the remnant spirits. Yeah. The remnant ones he has where
Okay.
he's having dreams that I'm interested in possibly in the next book, like seeing more behind the memories that he gets from the remnant spirits.
I'm wondering about abilities he got when he was stuck in the void. Because it
Yeah,
hinted that he
that's
got
true.
something from the void, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's good he was able to actually get access the like store from the god, the goddess, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like becoming the champion. Because like when he first became like there was that moment where it was like where it teased, but it was like error, and and then it like went away. And it's like, oh well, he doesn't get those abilities that he was supposed to get, and then later on, after I think it was after the void, right? After he
There
came
wasn't
out of the
much after the
void,
void.
he was able to access the like store or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
When he was back on his home world.
yeah. But yeah, it's what took him that long to see his family too. Like,
Well, I'm just wondering now how's he going to get back.
yeah, I remember first starting it. I was like, I was like, Oh my God, there's a Cobra Kai scene where he enters the like dojo, and they ask, they're all like assholes, and they're trying to, you know,
Yeah.
bet him and all, and I'm like, this feels Cobra Kai-ish. And then it's like, now it's, and then he goes to the school to learn, and I'm like,
Now it's Harry
now
Potter.
it's Harry Potter. Yeah. What else is it gonna be? But yeah, it's a pretty good series. I did like that series, but once I got done with that, I was like, man, I gotta find something else. Like, huh? And then I found the how he became the world's strongest by using basic attacks, and I'm like, oh, okay. At first, I was like, is this like a? At first, I was wondering, when I saw the name, I was like, is this like an anime adaptation? Is this the book version of like an anime? Because it
Right.
really sounds, but no, it's by Kenny King. Like,
I think it was supposed to.
yeah, it's very very influenced. I would say, yeah. Um, there are some in it. There are some like references and stuff like, but it's nothing like some of the others. It doesn't go too crazy with some of the references from like our world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Mario stuff though is just hilarious every time. And there's a big payoff in it towards the end of book 2 for something related to that. But all right, what else you got?
What else I got? Well, I have actually been watching anime. It's been a while since I've actually watched anime. Um, and I've been watching some of the currently airing stuff, mainly the season 2 stuff. Um, as I am lost on what I'm supposed to be doing. There he is. One that I've watched and finished, because it is both done airing in both sub and dub because they were simulcast, is um, Dun Dun Dun.
I need to get back to that.
Well, it's done. It is fully out. Although I recommend watching at least the last episode of season 1.
Oh, I've only watched the first episode of season 1, so I need to watch.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to get back to it.
well, here's the thing though. How season 1 ends, it doesn't end like a season finale. It doesn't end with anything wrapping up. It ends like there's going to be another episode.
I hate that.
And then season 2 starts as if you remember exactly where they left off. So like,
Well,
okay,
I won't have an issue because I'll be binge watching
right, you'll
it.
be
So
binge watching it.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, whoop, time out. Back and watch the last couple minutes of the last episode of season 1. Okay, now I remember. Okay, cool. Because boy, does it start off like, am I on the right episode? Like, this isn't how you start a season.
Is it an actual season 2 or is it like a part 2?
It feels like a part 2, but it is the season 2.
Okay.
Like
Because yeah,
it is called season
season
2.
1 season 1 wasn't that long ago, right?
Um, not
I
really.
feel like season 2 came out pretty quickly after season 1.
Well, season 2 ends in a very similar way, where it doesn't wrap anything up. It just kind of just ends as if there's gonna be more, as if like, oh, just wait another week for the next episode. So, but Dun Dun Dun, they're continuing looking for um dude's missing ball, like his missing testicle. It is still out there, and it is causing it could cause issues because it's also a spiritual object, which could cause things to happen. Um, for a
Oh,
for a comedy series, at times it can get pretty darn dark. Like
oh
like
yeah, definitely.
like the first season, because there's one episode. Like I've seen so many reactions to that episode. Everybody ends up crying in that episode of the first season. There's something similar in the second season. Not quite as tear jerking, but also kind of like that is really sad.
I mean, that first episode, like, I mean, there's humor, but yet at the same time, it's creepy, scary. Like
Yes,
I
in
forget the character. I want to gobble on your,
Turbo
dong or what?
Turbo
Yeah,
Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny. Yeah, like it's
I'll
funny, but
let you
it's
suck on my
also
teeth if you let me gobble your dong.
it's
Like,
funny, but it's also creepy, scary at the same
well,
time.
yeah,
Like,
considering the face that just said those words, yeah,
yeah,
scary as
yeah.
hell.
Yeah,
And
but
then
yeah,
she
like
does.
that first episode, I was just like, what even is this? This feels like a fever dream.
Oh no,
Like,
yeah, you watching the episode and like, just it's like, what the hell am I watching? Because it gets so weird and things happen like just at the end of season two. There's a kaiju fight with a giant robot. It's like what? I was like, what?
yeah, but like,
This this was like ghosts and stuff. Like, how did this become a mecha anime? What? How did this happen?
yeah, I was like, maybe this isn't for me. But then like everyone's just ranting and raving about this show, so I'm
It,
just like, I got it. I gotta just
it's
keep on
worth
watching it.
it's worth sticking around.
Yeah, I got it. I gotta just keep on watching it. And yeah, I saw that season 2 just wrapped up, so I'm like, I guess I'll go back to it and power through it. Like, before all these others, which I think this is new, Stuart. I don't remember seeing coming soon to Crunchyroll is on the website when you're scrolling down, that's a category and it's showing like, I guess, coming soon stuff.
Um,
I don't remember them
they've
having
done
like,
that because it allows you to put stuff coming out on your watch list.
yeah, I know, but I don't remember seeing that, like that being I
It
like it.
wasn't it wasn't like this before. Like it wasn't like a category like this.
Yeah, but I like the fact that they have that because now you can see, like, I guess it's the stuff that's gonna be in the season that's coming up of
Yes.
anime. Yeah, so it's cool. It's like a preview. Anyways, though,
There's one called Let's Play.
that's funny. I see
just
that. Yeah.
just I saw the name and I had to do it.
Well, I still like the one. What is it? It's where is it? It's the one where part of the name is like asterisks
Oh,
that I
I know
showed
which
you
one
at
you
the beginning of the season.
I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, that's funny.
Whoops, something went wrong.
I just saw it on here.
Well, let's not let me look at the.
Oh, watery coon asterisk bunch of asterisk is about to collapse. Or watery coons apostrophe s. Watari? What? I don't know how to say it. Watari? What? I don't know.
Three
Watari. Yeah.
it's two letters at the time are pronounced Watari.
Watari. Okay.
Watari Kun's something is about to collapse.
Yeah, and it's just asterisks. I remember when the season of anime started, I saw that and I sent it to you like there's asterisks. That's the first. I don't know. They have to bleep out the name of the show in the title. But yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch Dawn to Dawn. Yeah.
I recommend it.
I mean, I've seen enough TikToks and I've heard that song so many times.
I for some reason I thought they got Creepy Nuts for uh season 2. They didn't.
Oh,
So
but
the
isn't is yeah.
so
I
the
saw
so the second season intro is not a banger like the first one. Oh, as much as the first one.
I guess they're at some music festival that's coming up. I saw some TikTok that showed like the list of some music festival and whoever did the
Creepy
I
Nuts
thought.
because that's a memorable name.
Um, oh, Coachella. Yeah, Coachella. Yeah. Creepy Nuts announces Coachella appearance. Yeah, that's what it was. I saw a TikTok about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like I don't even know what Coachella is. I don't even know what it's become. Like it's just it
Festival
feels
in the
like
desert where people go out and listen to music and do drugs. So Woodstock, but in the desert.
also it feels like it feels like I feel I, I don't even know if I'd want to go see shows anymore because every time I see like performance like TikToks of people at performances, the singers never sing half the songs. They like put the mic out and let the people like
Well, that was
well, I know Justin Timberlake was like the
that
worst
was
at it, but no, there's
Justin
been
Timberlake.
others way before that. Like I remember, I think it was at Coachella last year. I saw stuff where like Kesha, because you know that was around the same time where like you know she changed the lyrics to her song to be like "fuck P Diddy" instead of "wake up in the morning like P Diddy"
Okay.
for that. Yeah, she changed the lyrics because you know P Diddy's not good anymore, so
Right.
he's problematic. So they instead of wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy, she you know she changed it to fuck P Diddy. You know like, but yeah, like she for instance, and I see a lot of others. They just like half the time it feels like half their it's like if I'm paying that much to see someone, I want to see them sing. I don't want to you know I don't want the audience to be participating in you know half of it unless the actual performer is you know singing as well you know but yeah that Justin Timberlake was just like the most the most obvious you know
Yeah.
offender of that practice, but there's a lot of others who do the same that I've seen. For some reason I get random like music like performances from random artists I don't even care about, but for you know I don't even know why, but yeah. But yeah, Coachella, that's where they're when I saw that, I'm like, wow, that's hilarious. But yeah.
Okay. Well, what have you got?
Oh, I forgot to mention. Before I go into the next thing I've been watching, or the first thing I've been watching that I'm talking about, Batman versus Deadpool came out.
Oh,
The
okay.
long-awaited crossover. Um, it's kind of disappointing in a way. I haven't read through it all. I've watched a video about it and I've read some of it, but apparently it's it's not the whole issue isn't even just it's multiple crossover stories. because they kept teasing like, and it made it at least for me, I thought it was going to be different books, like each crossover was going to be its own book. Like there's a Captain America and Wonder Woman
Mm-hmm.
crossover story, for example, and hold on, Batman versus Deadpool. Put up on here. But yeah, then some of the stories are as little as a couple pages.
That sucks.
Yeah. There's a yeah, Batman versus Deadpool. Um, and this is Marvel's version of the crossover. DC's is coming out at a later time because they always have to do they always have to each have their own.
Right. Where their own character wins.
I mean, kinda, but in this one, like Deadpool kind of gets his ass handed to him, but that's also kind of
But
Deadpool's like
that's on par with
character.
that's
Yeah,
kind of on par
that's
for
part of.
Deadpool.
So it kind of works. I guess it was really easy for the writer for those two to fight each other or to cross over because like they don't have to worry about making each character. They don't have to worry about The Rock versus Vin Diesel type
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets a punch, so he has to have a punch, but a kick is worth two punches, and that type of weird stuff. But yeah, they're it's one issue, and I get yeah the this is Deadpool Batman and then Batman Deadpool number one, or which they say number one, but like it's only number one. They're not making it number
Is
two
there
or
going to be a
anything.
number 2? No.
But
No, I
the
call it number
DC
1.
version is coming out in November. And yeah, Batman Deadpool is the main one, then Wonder Woman, Captain America, Wonder Woman, then they have oh, what is it? I haven't read it, but I think it's Crypto and Jeff the Shark.
Okay. Cuz he's popular
That's
now.
only that's only yeah, because the rivals. But that's
Yeah.
only like I think 2-3 pages most. It's just a short little thing from from what I've heard and seen. There's they did an amalgam story because yeah, people wanted you to bring back amalgam where they mash the characters together.
Oh. Oh. I know what you mean now. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want yes.
I mean, some of them were really dumb though, like really dumb. But they did they it's logo where it's what if Lobo was Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah, Logan, Lobo, logo.
I see where they got it.
Yeah. So that was a story. God, there's a few others. This article is shit that I'm on, and it's Marvel.com. Oh, I guess this is about the announcement. This is back in May. Why is the one in the announcement in May the first one that pops up? Daredevil Green Arrow story by Kevin Smith. Oh wow. Captain America Wonder Woman. By Chip Zdarsky, which it's got a good it's got a good crew of writers and artists, I will say. Yeah, Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto. I thought there was one other beside, but okay, I guess that's it then.
It's like
Yeah.
Psylocke and Huntress.
In this one? Oh, okay. That must be a real short story then. Yeah. But yeah,
I know
it's
I'm
weird
on
because
I'm on League of Comic Geeks, and it's showing. And I've got a list or all of the covers, and
Yeah,
I'm seeing.
they did variant covers like crazy, you know, and they
Yeah,
do that
it's
like variant covers have no, you can't trust variant covers.
wait. This is Dead
Yeah,
Deadpool, but Batman, and it's showing Psylocke and Huntress.
okay, but I'm saying even variant covers for stories, they'll get crazy with some variant covers. You know, they had variant covers before Alien with for like Aliens and Alien versus Marvels type stuff before they even had any crossovers with any of those, for example. But yeah, um, but yeah, the leading up to the actual release, they made it seem like it was. Yeah, I'm on this site. I'm on this too. Yeah, well, actually on that page. But they 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 made it seem like it was going to be, or at least maybe that's what I thought it was going to be. Because why would they only just do one issue, you know,
Yeah,
and have multiple stories? Why wouldn't they try to milk it? And from what I saw, it sold really well. It sold over 500,000 copies, which that's a lot for comics, especially in today's comic book world.
yeah.
You know, some of the biggest books, the biggest ongoing popular books sell maybe around 100,000, around that range, you know. So, and this just came out too. This came out like a week and a half ago, so there's still time, I guess, for more sales or whatever. But yeah, but over selling over 500,000 copies for, you know, at $7 a pop. Yeah, that's a pretty yeah, yeah. Marvel, DC, we've been wanting this. We've been wanting crossovers.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Like,
Rocket has a Green Lantern ring now. Awesome.
that's true. Oh yeah, that I forgot about that one. Yeah, Rocket gets the Green Lantern ring. Yeah, I've saw a video and I'm starting to read it. I haven't gotten through all of it yet myself, but it's interesting. It's something to, in case if you didn't know, I wanted to bring it up just for like in case you didn't know this happened,
Okay, yeah.
type of thing. Um, and like I said, there's some really good author or really good writers and artists.
I
Like,
saw Kevin Smith as one of the writers, so
yeah, yeah. Adam Kubert is the artist for 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 his story, which the Kuberts were are I think the Kuberts are a family of artists. There's like the dad who did a lot of stuff back in the day, and then like think there's a son. I think there's two sons, but but yeah, there's some good some good some good
this also has
good people
Frank
behind it.
Miller as a writer. Interesting, if true.
Yeah, but it's also like there's always an asterisk behind whenever Frank Miller's writing anything lately because he's a he technically wrote like sequels to The Dark Knight Returns, but like later there were reports that like he was mostly just consulting on it, and it was actually someone else writing type stuff, you know. So who knows? Um, but yeah, it's Deadpool and Batman. Yeah, it's interesting. Um, but my thing that I've been watching. I'm going back to watch. Like I started with, you know, I told you One Tree Hill, an old show that I never got around to watching, and then I was like, huh, I want to watch something similar to it, and I was like, you know, I really did when it all came down to it. I really did enjoy Gotham for the most part, which had Ben McKenzie. who was the star of the OC,
Right.
and I really like him. He's good in the show. He's the main character. He plays a teen who gets into trouble and ends up kind of like taken in by the public defender when the public defender finds out like he's on his own. His mom kind of left, just like up and left, you know, and type of stuff. And um, so they stay in like he ends up staying in like the guest house, and it's like he's from Chino, rough neighborhood, rough city neighborhood area, all that, and him trying to like you know navigate through like the OC preppy kids and private school life and stuff like that, and he immediately gets into fights. Like it becomes a running joke of like, oh, you didn't hit anybody today, so that's progress.
Mm-hmm.
But they're always like, it's never him who initiates it, type of stuff.
Of course.
It's always like the other people, um there's I'm surprised this show. I thought this was one of those shows that went on forever, but there's only like I think 4 or 5 seasons of it.
Really? Yeah. That's actually that surprises me.
Uh, yeah, only four seasons. Yeah, it didn't even hit 100 episodes.
Huh.
Um, although I think part of this was during was a when did
I think a writer's strike happened during that time.
Yeah, I'm looking up when Heroes was. Yeah, this was So it might have because Heroes came out in 2006 and this ended in 2007.
7.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it probably ended early. Well, I mean, yeah, they
I
probably
mean,
ended it because
one of the first Google searches I got is why did the OC end so abruptly? So
yeah, it had a good ending. Like it wasn't like it ended poorly or anything like that. They
no,
did a good
you
job.
actually watched the whole thing. You finished it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um, I mean, it's only 92 episodes, like I said, which
Only.
is crazy because it seemed like such a popular show back in the day,
Yeah.
like the OC, Dawson's Creek, One Tree, like those were like the three, like you know, I remember, and it always and for to be honest, like the OC always seemed like it interested me. Yeah, I always I was always interested in the show. It's just for whatever reason, like during high school, I just didn't watch a lot of TV. And this was on like while I was in high school.
Somebody had a life.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Well,
I was in drama club and like college prep programs and various stuff, plays and competitive speech and stuff like that.
I was in the marching band and I still managed not to have a life.
Yeah, but yeah, did I like Adam Brody. Adam Brody's in it too. That was also another plus. It sucks because the last season, a character I really hated actually dies at the spoilers for the OC. She dies at the end of season 3, so she's not in season 4, and season 4 is so much better without her. Oh my god, like it's one of those characters where it's like it's just she's so frustrating. It's like You know, like what are you doing? Like you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking about any consequences at all, and like you're just like you're putting yourself in more, you know, problems than you need to, just because you're stubborn and you're entitled. And yeah, it was such a frustrating character for me. Ugh. But and like I said, it was one of the main characters, so of course, you know, in every episode, frustrating me. There's people in this that I was like kind of surprised to see, like a young Olivia Wilde shows up in this.
Huh.
I think she's in the trailer that's being shown, like towards the beginning. Um, the last season, Chris Pratt shows up, and not just like an episode. He's in it a few. He's in it throughout the whole season, the final season actually. Um, which is interesting. Um, yeah, there's some people in this that I'm just like, well, I guess they had to get their start somewhere. That makes sense,
Yeah.
you know. But it's just one of those things where, oh yeah, see, there she is, Olivia Wilde.
Did I thought she looked familiar, but it was the hair.
She's so young.
I'm like, it
Yeah,
was the hair, and she was so young. I thought she was another
yeah,
actress. I thought it was
yeah.
somebody
No,
else.
it's yeah. She came on, and I'm like, oh, it's Olivia Wilde. Awesome. Oh, and then I think about the Neutron movie and how it's not a sequel to Legacy, and I'm sad. No. And then I think about the fact that it has Jared Leto in it, and now I'm even more sad. No. uh, but but yeah, I'm enjoying watching a lot of these like shows that I didn't watch, you know, for whatever reason, like this, because like yeah. And this one is a lot less like with One Tree Hill, there was a lot of like, oh my god, teen drama. This had a lot less of the like frustrating teen drama, you know. There were some characters, like I said, the one that I didn't like, who felt like things were just she made things overly difficult for no reason. But like, um, and it also it it's good watching this as an adult, because I can appreciate the fact that they have story and plot lines on the adults, on the parents,
Mm,
as well as the teens,
the
you know.
teens.
It's one of those where they have plot, they have like B plots for like the parents and, you know, the adult characters and stuff like that. So it's not just all about, oh, they're in high school and they're blah blah blah, you know. It's like there's all these other plot lines and stuff about with the adults. So, you know. But yes, seeing like a lot of actors who are nobodies show up in this is kind of funny. Like I mentioned, Olivia Wilde and Chris Pratt was the biggest one that I was just like, oh my god. And I'm like, wow, this might be the earliest thing I've seen Chris Pratt in.
Yeah, that would. I don't think I've seen Chris Pratt in anything older than Parks and Rec.
Yeah, yeah, that was the oldest I had seen him in something until this, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's crazy, you know. And he he looks like Chris Pratt. It's not like, you know, it looks like Chris Pratt, you know. It,
So
it
Chris Pratt
wasn't
hasn't
it wasn't
aged.
a yeah. Well, yeah. That and some men just look like they look older like than they actually are, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to get political, but that what's his name, Charlie Kirk, who
Yeah,
recently, he's only 31, or he was only 31. He looks older than us. I
yeah.
feel like that's what I was like shocked. I was like, wow, just that's an example, of like some adult males, they just look way older than they are.
I was gonna say like Steve Martin. You know,
Oh yeah, but he went
Steve
gray in at like
Steve
30s. Yeah.
Steve Martin went from like in his teens, aged like 40 years, like 50 years, and then stopped.
Yeah, but that's also a different generation, you know. That's generations apart from like our generation. Yeah.
Yeah,
You look at a lot of people from like back, like you look at like It's a Wonderful Life. You look at the main character, he's like in his 20s,
yeah,
and that's baffling cuz he looks like he's 40 something. I always thought he was like 40, like
yeah. No, yeah.
just the way they looked back then, like. And a lot of that's because smoking and drinking like constantly,
Right.
I guess, right? Yeah.
Look at
But
sitcom dads. They're our age. The sitcom
oh,
dads
they're
we grew up
younger
with
than
are
us.
our age or younger,
Yeah. Uh,
and they look way older than us.
yeah. But yeah, so yeah. It's crazy though. But yeah, Olivia Wilde was in it. She was in it for a few episodes. I feel like maybe a handful, and then like
Uh,
I said,
13.
uh oh really, that many? Okay. Well, she was the focus. She was she was sprinkled in some, but I guess I don't think she was in it heavily in a lot. She was kind of a love interest, kinda, for a character.
And Pratt was in 9.
Was he only in 9? Man, he was heavily featured in those 9 though, for real. He was a big kind of a plot line story.
Kevin
So
Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, I remember he was in this, and when I saw him I was like, "Oh man. Wow, Kevin." But I was like, "Oh yeah, he was popular around that time, so that makes sense." Yeah. Cuz the show started in 2003, so, you know, off, not too far off of, Hercules, which ended in 99, and not to mention they probably had there were movies after the series, right?
I don't know.
So I
I'm
think there were
sure.
Hercules movies. I'm not sure if they were after or maybe during, but I remember there's even a Xena Hercules movie.
That
I
makes
remember.
sense.
Yeah, they crossed over a bunch. That was one of the first crossovers I remember. You know, I remember in pop culture was the Hercules Xena
Yeah.
crossover. That and the Power Rangers Ninja Turtles.
You can forget that one.
But I mean, it happened. But yeah, there's it's I rather enjoyed um watching the OC. I thought it was good for the most part. And most of the characters, they didn't act like whiny, like self-entitled teenagers who just, get themselves in issues that they have no business getting themselves into, you know, like some of these like some of these other teen drama shows do.
I
And to
just
kill
went
off the one
on
that what
I just went on Kevin Sorbo's IMDb page. He has 23 upcoming things.
Oh yeah, he's up there with Danny
Wow.
Trejo. He's up there with like Danny Trejo and Eric Roberts. Like just doing it feels like they're just doing anything and everything that they get offered, you know?
And it's a mix of stuff that's in production, post production, completed, in
Yeah, I'm sure like
development.
small indie stuff, straight to streaming, big budget. I'm sure there's a variety of that type of stuff too. Yeah, there's some of these actors who it feels like they just it, for me it feels like, do they not have homes? Do they just go to set like type of thing, you know?
See, at least 2 Christmas movies.
Yeah, see Stewart, Eric Roberts, 95 upcoming things.
Holy hell. Dude doesn't dude doesn't have a house. Dude,
And
dude doesn't have a house.
he's one of the famous like, "Oh, it's that guy" type of thing. He's one of, "Oh, it's that guy" whenever you see
It's
him.
because he's in everything apparently.
He has 789 previous things, yeah. Yeah. I like Eric Roberts, you know, in the stuff I've seen him in. Yeah, I remember the day I saw The Dark Knight, the day I saw The Dark Knight, I had seen him in like I think 2 or 3 other things. I saw him in something else. I saw him in the Mr. Brightside music video, and then I saw him later that day when I saw The Dark Knight at midnight. I was like, "This is the third time I've seen this actor in like 3 different things, like 3 different forms of media." What's Danny Trejo's upcoming? He was just here.
Oh yeah.
He's a he only has 24 upcoming things,
Oh well. Okay.
and he doesn't even have 500 previous things, Stuart.
No, what? That's actually amazing.
Yeah, he has 458. That's for Danny Trejo though. Like I feel like half of his things are probably just like one-off voice line roles. You know?
Yeah, I'm looking at like here's Dora, voice of Santa.
Yeah.
Disney's Road Trip. Uh, uh a voice. 4 episodes.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Futurama. A lot of stuff I've never heard of.
Are they still making Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
I just saw that. Yeah. Are
What?
they still what?
Oh no, it
How are
ended
they
in 2023.
and it was still going though up until
I honestly thought Aqua Teen Hunger Force ended a long time ago.
yeah, like 10 at least 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. Wow.
Okay, there had been a gap because there's only 147
Oh,
episodes.
yeah. Okay. It probably like came back like type of thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the gap between season 11 and 12. 11 was 2015. Season 12 is 2023.
Gotcha. Makes sense then. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be the trend now is bringing old shows back. Sometimes it works, you know?
Yeah,
I'm very hopeful with the Buffy revival.
we'll see with that one.
I mean, you had Sarah Michelle Gellar say she was never going to do it unless it was really well done, and they have the chick who did the Eternals, the Oscar winner director. She's like, I forget, I think it's something Chloe Zhao, I think. Mm, I think it's, yeah, I think Chloe Zhao. So I'm hopeful. I really liked the Internals. I thought it was good. Considering it was like not even, it was characters nobody even heard of. But yeah, OC. I'm just there's a lot of these shows that like they're like during high school and periods of time where because and it's also like we said like you know there were times where you had to choose what you watched. You didn't just you couldn't you know at most you could watch one thing and record another thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like now where like if you have like three shows that are come on at the same time, you know, or the three different streaming services, I guess, or like just I guess it's weird. Kids just I guess kids today I wonder if they can even comprehend what we had to go through, like because it sounds so foreign if you think about like compared to what we have now, like.
I mean, I've seen videos of like parents of like kids and stuff watching TV in like hotel rooms and stuff, and kids going skip the ads when it's commercials.
But even then, you can like give the kid like a phone or a tablet, and they can like log into whatever streaming service. Like we didn't have that,
Yeah,
you know. And I think we've also talked about like kids just don't know like waking up Saturday morning because that was cartoons for the most part, or
we
rushing home
walk to
after school.
school in the snow uphill both ways.
Yeah, or rushing home after school because like Fox Kids came on,
Gotta
three
watch
to
that episode
five.
of Power Rangers.
Exactly. Or Big Bad Beetleborgs. Hey, I was all about Big Bad Beetleborgs. It's a shame there's not more source material so that it could have went up past 2 seasons. But which I didn't realize until way later why there was only 2 seasons. But yeah. I mean, it's not a like it's not like like you're making it seem. If anything, I envy them not having that experience because like I don't know about you, but like some of that was the most excited I've ever been like as a kid. Waking up Saturday morning or rushing home after school to catch the next episode of whatever, especially if it was like a cliffhanger, the
Yeah,
previous one. It's just it was the culture we had, and now it's just like doesn't matter. You got the streaming services. You can watch whatever, whenever, you know. And it's got to the point where it's like I get mad that I have to wait week to week for stuff, and that's why I don't even watch. That's why I don't even watch stuff until it's all out now,
right.
except for a few things. A few things I will. A few things that I really do like, I'll watch the week to week stuff. But yeah. What's the next thing you got?
Next thing I got is another season 2 anime. My Dress Up Darling, season 2. Um, it is all out in sub. There's 2 episodes left in dub. but and I also rewatched season 1 before I watched season 2. Just kind of refresh myself on this one. Um, and it continues. It's still great. It's still good. Um, it is a very frustrating romance to watch because you want to strangle both of them. Like, just fucking tell them. Just fucking tell them. Talk. You know, it's definitely, just tell each other how you feel.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why it's so refreshing when some animes actually handle like the romance well,
and actually
you
do it.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but since season 1 though, um, the the voice actress for Marnie, the main girl, um, she's a VTuber as well, and I don't watch her streams, but I watch her clips, so I've kind of through that I've gotten to know like what her personality is kind of like, and it's Marine. It is literally she's the same person as the character in the show. Like that is just like she didn't have to act at all. She just like read the lines as she would have said them because that's who she
The
is.
dubbed or the subbed or the
Dubbed,
dubbed or the original.
dubbed,
Okay. But you're watching dubbed or subbed then.
dub.
Oh, okay, so you are watching dubbed. Okay.
Yeah,
So did you watch the latest subbed to finish it, or are you
I
still
did.
waiting till?
I did. I watched
Okay,
the last 2 episodes because that was where I was at.
gotcha.
Because like,
Okay, because it's
and I watched the last 2 because spoiler for the second to last episode. She was going to tell him, okay, after this thing we're doing, I'm going to tell him how I feel. It's like, okay, nope, can't wait. I'm watching. Why didn't you? Hopefully, there's a season 3.
oh yeah. When you said that, I was like, oh, and it's probably gonna be like she doesn't really tell him, or she does and he doesn't understand, or something. It's one of those things where yeah, it's not
Nope,
really what it's a total psych out.
nope. She doesn't. She chickens out.
Yeah.
Just spoiler. But it's still enjoyable to watch. Um, but yeah,
Well, I
like
mean,
the
once
voice.
they get together, it's going to be over. So they have to postpone it, because, they can't continue it with them together because, you know, then they'd have to handle romance correctly, and yeah.
um, but yeah, the English voice actor for Marine, that is her personality. She is like that in real life, and I find that
Interesting.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm seeing more and more TikToks of people like talking about the whole like sub versus dub hate, and then but more people like defending dub now, like it's
Mm-hmm.
not bad, it's not bad as it used to be, and
It's not
TikToks of
speed.
like
It's
someone,
not speed racer. Like
yeah, or like I see a bunch of people recreating the same TikTok of like they're watching sub while they're eating, and then they look down,
look down.
and
Yeah.
it's just they didn't know nothing, and then they go back and it's like they're able to understand it, the voices are said in English in their head, and
Well,
yeah.
I see that when it's an English show, but you have subtitles on, and you look away, and all of a sudden you can't understand the English anymore.
Yeah, I can't do subtitles. I'm sorry. It's just too distracting. Even I know some people like yeah, they'll watch English stuff or they'll play games and they'll have the subtitles on and it's just yeah, I can't I'm
That's me.
it just distracts me too much. Unfortunately. My ADHD, I guess, you know. I'll just focus on the words too much and I'll miss what's actually going on in the it's
I actually think it's because of my ADHD I have to have it on. Otherwise,
oh,
otherwise,
yeah.
otherwise, my brain will start thinking of something else
Well,
instead of
the ADHD, there's different types of ADHD,
yeah,
unfortunately. It's not just like this is ADHD. No, it's like
yeah,
this is ADHD. This is ADHD. This is ADHD.
yes.
Over here is ADHD. Yeah, it's like it actually kind of feels lazy. The medical world, you know, not it's like just come up with other things to categorize these different things. Like,
Well,
why are you
they
listing
did,
all these different?
they did,
Yeah,
because when I was a kid, I was diagnosed with ADD, not ADHD. Now they consider ADD and ADHD the same thing. They're
really?
both classified as ADHD.
Okay, yeah, because yeah, it was I think when I was like 5, that was when I was diagnosed with ADHD. And I remember I was ADHD and my brother was diagnosed with ADD
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. Yeah. So I don't know. It's but yeah, just the way the brain works with the way one person because I'll see people like talk about their ADHD and I'm just like that I that's not me at all.
Yeah,
I don't think that way at all. And then I'll see someone else and I'm like, yes, that's me.
that's exactly what it's like. Yes.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's crazy how like broad ADHD is now. Like how many like different types there are. But yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one that I'm looking forward to when the dub wraps up. A lot of them are on their 11th episodes now,
Yeah.
so they're a lot of ones for this season are going to wrap up next week. So I'm very excited about that because I haven't really been watching too much myself.
All right. What do you got next?
But one of the animes I have been watching, I had to watch the last season of Demon Slayer, the like what's it uh, the it's like the hot what were they called? Demon Slayer movie. There's Slayer. It's the Hashira. Yeah, Hashira training arc. But basically, like he just goes. It's leading up to you know I think they knew it was going to lead up to the movie. But it's basically like Tanjiro and some of the others. They just go to the different Hashiras, you know, and they learn stuff from them, and then it ends basically where the movie picks up. Like the movie picks up basically where the show ends.
Kind of like the uh Mugen Train did.
Yeah, like the exact like scene like is basically where it picks up, which is crazy, and it's it, it's really a testament to the show because like as I'm watching this last season, I'm just like, man, some of this stuff looks like it just looks like it's got a cinematic movie budget, you know? Like
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
it's amazing with the show, especially the later seasons. Like once it started to become really popular, you know.
So you're saying I should actually finish season 2? because I never finished the Mugen Train.
Ah, see, I'd watch the Mugen Train movie first, and then I'd do the season.
You know, looking
That's what I
looking
did.
at looking at Crunchyroll, I am halfway, but I stopped watching the movie halfway in, and the Mugen Train, the actual season, I watched episode 4 and half at episode 5. I don't know what I did. I
I,
just,
I mean, Steven sent me a message the other day. Our other D&D player. What did he say? He said just finished season 2 of Demon Slayer, and he had a crying emoji. I was like, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. You did finish it. So he's caught up. He's past, or he's at least past you.
yeah.
So, and he just started watching it like recently. I was bugging him about it after I saw the movie. I was like, you gotta watch Demon Slayer. Like, it's really good. You'd really dig it. It looks amazing, you know. And it's always looked good, even from the start. But
From the start.
I feel like, I feel like, I feel like more of the later seasons, like it started to have like overall good look to it. Like it always looked good, where like there were the colors always popped and stuff like that. But even like even
And the
the
breathing techniques, like they always like they flowed so smoothly. Like
yeah,
yeah,
but
it's
like
water, but it looked really good and
yeah.
really smooth.
But I saw the movie in IMAX. It was so good. I'm so glad I saw it in IMAX. Um, I've seen like TikToks of like people saying, "Oh, I saw it in 4D," and they're showing there, and I'm just like, can't even imagine. Like, I would not want to see that movie in 4D just because like the TikToks I saw, it was just shaking around way too much.
One of these days, I'm going to try 40x
Yeah.
because like
I told you, do a movie that you don't care about the story. Like when
yeah.
Fast and Furious comes out, the last one of that would
Well,
probably be a decent one.
I've got to catch up on Fast and Furious before that though.
I mean, you really don't. Um,
But they go
it's
to
all about
space, I
family.
heard.
They do go to space. Space.
Spice.
uh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could watch that last one, and I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to that last one, or but I don't know. You're not that far behind, I'm sure.
No.
And you got time. It doesn't come out till next year, but yeah, I saw it in IMAX. It was really great. It just and boy, talking about how like the colors pop, the main characters popped from the back. I mean, it it almost felt like 3D. How like the characters pop so much from like the dark background of like the Infinity Castle and stuff like it just was so gorgeous. Like and I can't remember what's the budget. Um
Hi.
not as much as you would think. Um let's see. Budget. Why don't you tell me the budget?
20.
Was it 20? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 20 million.
Yeah, that I mean That's like, yeah, I get that, and it's made half a billion dollars. It's made 500 over 500 million. You know?
According to this, 555.
Oh, really? I guess Box Office Mojo's behind because they're only listing 504. Huh. But yeah, it's broken records in the U.S., which are it's just crazy. Like it's broken 20-something-year-old records from back when Pokemon the movie came out. You know, highest opening for anime in the U.S., highest, you know, one of the high. I think it broke like just in general September releases or something. I saw, which to be fair, not a lot of movies come out in September because you know you get all the summer blockbuster movies before, and then you
Right.
have like October and November, December holiday seasons. September's kind of not a lot comes out in September normally, which
You'll get
having a
some early Halloween movies.
yeah, but having a birthday in September, trust me, not a I know not a lot, not a lot of interesting stuff comes out in September, you know. But um yeah, that's true. I remember like I think the Saw movies always came out around September. Yeah, along with some other horror and stuff like that. Um
Well, let me tell you, having a birthday in in November, you get Christmas movies.
yeah, but it was really good. It when I was telling Steven about I've sent him when I was telling him about Demon Slayer and trying to get him into it. I sent him uh 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 a TikTok that was like it was one of those like you can hard to believe it's the same actor, and it was like Alex Lee,
Yeah.
who's Soul Leveling, and then he's Zenitsu, and he's all these other, which it's just like I think that's how you say it, Zenitsu,
I think so.
the thunder breathing,
Yeah.
yeah,
The blonde dude.
the blonde, yeah. And now he's just, man, the range from that to Sung Jin Woo is
Yeah.
just it's crazy. And then does other stuff. He's Mashal, right? As well,
Possible? I don't know.
I think. But oh, going back to how I became the world's strongest. The main character reminds me kind of like the main character of Mashal slash um kind of Saitama in a way, about how he's like oblivious to things. I meant to mention that, like when I was talking about it. There's a lot of similarities there where when he's oblivious, when people are telling him certain things, and he's just like, well, he's just oblivious, and he's like, that can't be true, or
Uh,
how'd you defeat? I hit him with things. I hit him a lot, or stuff like that. But
he did voice Mashal.
okay, yeah, yeah, and a lot of other stuff too. But yeah, I sent him that because he was real into Soul Leveling. So I'm like, hey, look, it's the same actor, but he's voicing a totally different kind of character.
He also
Which I had
voiced
when
Batman in a thing.
interesting, like Bruce Wayne Batman, or like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
wow,
Batman slash Bruce Wayne.
interesting. When I went to see it though, I actually saw there. I actually this. It wasn't next to me. It was a few seats down from me, but it was like the closest person to me was dressed as Zenitsu.
Okay.
There was people actually dressed up, and I was telling you about. I was telling you like it's weird because when I went to there was all these people dressed up, and I didn't see anybody with the merch from the movie. And then later, and then shortly after, all the reports of, oh yeah, they released it the Monday before the movie came out, and all the scalpers and people bought all the movie cups and popcorn. Oh, the popcorn tin I don't really care about. We got the crappiest of all of them. Unfortunately, there were some really cool international ones. I think I sent you stuff
Yeah.
about. Like the one where you look in and it looks like it's going on for infinite. Like,
Uh-huh.
that one looked so cool. I would have loved to get that one. But that was, I think that was Indonesia or Japan. I forget which one, but we did get the U.S. did get the cool cups that had the sword handles and the guards.
Yeah, the hilts.
Yeah, but also the guards, like the
Uh-huh.
shield guards, and they were some really good ones. Like I love Tanjiro's had like because he puts Rengoku's on his in the anime, and they had that reflect, and they had some other good ones, and also this but scalpers bought it up, and it's now they're on eBay, you know. So people who went to see the movie like opening day couldn't buy the stuff, which sucked because I wanted to get one of the cups. But oh well. Um, but this is movie one of three. There's gonna be two more because
Okay.
of course they just can't end it. They have to drag it out like some other animes we know of, Attack on Titan. Uh,
Yep.
and with this making as much as it made, I bet they're upset that they can't make more than just two more movies, you know? I'm not sure if they thought it would make this much.
Who's to say they'll stop it too?
Yeah. But yeah, there were some good fights. There were some really good fights. Some of the TikToks I've seen, um, and it was like 2.5 hours long too. It wasn't like a 1 hour or something short little movie. It was a full lengthy movie, and it was original. There was no like there was no like recap, or half of it is the previous season's recap type stuff. It was just all original stuff. 2.5 hours long. I was very well aware of how long it was, just because I don't have the largest bladder. I'll say that. So I had to
You're not the
make
only
sure
one
I didn't.
apparently.
I had
But
to
at
make
least
sure I
but at
didn't
least
sip on my.
you but at least you held yours.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
had to. I had to.
that's
I had to.
that's a that's a TikTok I've saw multiple times of everybody in the theater beating the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, I told you about that, and you were like, "No, I haven't heard anything." And I'm like, "Yeah, there was an R. Kelly situation. I'll just say
Well,
that."
with all the the TikToks you sent me about it, it started showing up on my feed.
Oh wow.
So so yeah, I eventually
Yeah.
did see it, and yeah, rightly so.
Yeah. Like I can't even imagine. Like, luckily nothing like that happened, But yeah, 2.5 hours long. Some people were mad because like some of the way the story was, there were flashbacks for certain characters that had multiple flashbacks, and people were a little upset because it didn't show other characters. And I remember IGN, they gave it like they didn't score it too well because they were like, oh, the pacing was off and it felt incomplete. And yeah, I saw TikTokers say, it's part 1 of 3. Of course it's incomplete. Duh. Like this is planned, IGN. Like you're such a joke, you know? It's like, yeah, that's true. IGN has pretty much a joke.
Well, they said they were going to take the ring to Mordor, but they never even got there. They didn't get halfway.
Yeah. Basically like that. Yeah. Channing Tatum did a voice in this movie.
Interesting.
He was all right. Like, there's nothing special. He wasn't. He he was a character in it enough to where you could be like, okay, yeah, that's Channing Tatum, but like it's nothing. It wasn't a character that it wasn't like a character that would take you out of you know out of the immersion or anything. He didn't. He wasn't like a demon they were fighting. For like an hour or something. But apparently, him and his daughter are big anime fans. I
I can
saw
see that.
like, I guess at one of the premieres they were interviewed and they were like, "What's the what's another anime you really like?" And he mentioned they've really been into Black Clover, so people were like, "Oh man, is he going to be in the next season of Black Clover?" And it's like, well, that's if they come out with another like Black. It's been so long since. So frustrating because they left that on a big cliffhanger. Like, it's been years, but anyways. Yeah, some really good fights, you know, a lot of people like really getting into the nitty-gritty. The only complaints I've seen have been like people getting to the nitty-gritty and then trying to be like, "Oh, well actually, blah blah," and
Hmm.
type of people. And then people saying,
Well,
"Well, there's an
actually, that's
explanation
not
for
Michael
that."
Jackson.
Yeah. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was well worth seeing in theater.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be great seeing it, anywhere. Of course, it was
Right.
gorgeous. It looked amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Whenever it comes to streaming. But I don't think I saw a headline. It was like, "Oh, Demon Slayer fans are gonna be upset. If they thought they were gonna watch it in 2025 streaming." I guess that means it's not going to come out to streaming till next year. Which, hey, it I, it's still making money in theaters. So,
The
which
more money it makes, the longer it's going to take to come to streaming.
yeah, and it's had a pretty good release. Surprisingly, a lot of these anime movies, it's like, oh, only in theaters for
One
these
day.
3 days.
Right.
Yeah. But like this one, it's been weeks and weeks and weeks, months, or it's been a month about, right? Almost.
Yeah, it's still playing at mine.
I guess it only has been 2 weeks technically. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. It feels like feels longer. I saw this that day. They didn't. I couldn't see it the Thursday that I normally go see movies on the Thursday before
Mm-hmm.
before the official Friday day. I guess they call that Thursday the preview day. I normally see it on that day just because there's nobody ever there. so it's perfect. But they didn't have dub in IMAX on that day. They only had the IMAX was subbed, so I had to go see it on the Friday. And I gotta say that was the most packed I've been in a theater in a long time. There was all the weebs were out. And I say that in the most loving way. Like I said, there were people dressed up as characters and stuff, and you know,
That's cool.
it was cool. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, well, I got one more thing. This one is a new anime that's currently airing. Uh, The Water Magician.
Oh, this is one of my most anticipated. Yeah, I've
It's
heard good things.
it's good. It's really good. Um, it's isekai. Dude dies, and the god basically says, "Here's a land, and I'll give you a house." And animals won't come near the house, and you'll have a farm. And he knows water magic, and kind of through trial and error, kind of learns how to use water magic effectively. And it doesn't say how long he was there, but some of the hints they give on how long it was like unnaturally long that he was at that.
Okay. The description says with water magic and eternal youth, he survives countless wicked concoctions for 20 years, becoming one of the most powerful magicians ever.
I
So I
I
don't.
would question the 20 years. It felt like the way he kind of acted, it
I
might have been
just
longer.
that's just what the little description says.
Yeah.
You know.
Um it never says in the anime. Let's put it that way.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like a long time passes. And he learned sword fighting from Madulahan, um, who ends up being the fairy king apparently. And like when he goes into society eventually, um, they kind of find out like his magic is way more powerful than it should be, and also he doesn't need incantations, and he kind of believes like, oh, incantations are kind of whatever you want them to be. You don't have to use them if they're just fun to use, right? No,
Is it one of those where he's using it a different way because he
no.
has a different understanding from? Okay.
Maybe. I mean, he does use ice eventually. Like he learns how to make ice and learns how to create hot bath water. By like, okay, slow down the molecules or speed up the molecules. That he does. Do
Oh,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like his because he has our science, you know, our world science in his head.
Not
He's able to know about molecules where like a lot of the,
it. I don't know if they don't know about it. Like that gets
okay.
never like he doesn't need like he just kind of just
Well,
is able to use magic immediately. Like it's not like
yeah.
okay combine oxygen and hydrogen. No, it's not. He just does it.
Yeah. It's also it's similar. I guess I would also think it would be similar to like how like on He Who Fights with Monsters, how like they don't know gravity in that world.
Right.
It's like, but it's not like they're unintelligent. They just they're just
Yeah.
certain things they just don't know because of magic. Magic has
Right.
prevented them from needing to know about
Yeah.
molecules or gravity or
Yeah. And it's don't know if they don't know it. But like he can just use magic without needing an incantation, and like no, that's unheard of.
Oh yeah, the no incantation, that's always a like just a cheat
Yeah,
skill aspect of it. That has nothing that never
yeah,
has anything to do with like
yeah. I mean, you and I are reading the book right now where the main character can do that.
yeah, but more of like the knowing the molecules to
Yeah,
slow them down, to heat up the water. That stuff I love. I always love when they're able to take our knowledge and
I
integrate it
mean,
with
they do mention that like that water mages can't or water magicians can't can create ice spells, but like they need incantations and they're pretty weak. But his is like really strong, and he can like and like he doesn't know his magic is like super OP, but he knows that he is strong.
you're
Um,
saying he's a typical MC for an isekai anime.
yes, I
He
mean
doesn't know he's OP.
he knows he's stronger than like a beginner.
Okay.
Like he definitely knows that.
He's
Um,
not oblivious. Yeah.
no, because like uh, before he goes into society, like somebody washes up on like a shipwreck washes up kind of near him, and there's one survivor, and that's who ends up taking him on the journey to society. And they come across like wyverns and stuff, and the guy's like, it takes like a team of like 20 people to kill wyvern. Well, I can just hold him down for you, and just cast a spell and hold, kind of uses ice chains and holds him down. So like he knows, like, okay, what I'm doing is really strong, and we can do something that it takes an army to do. He gets that,
Okay.
but at the same time, he doesn't know that other water magicians are as weak as they are. Actually, other mages are as weak as they are.
Oh, so is it the like, oh, they're so much stronger that they probably just don't know that they're just not using their full strength, or is it one of those oblivious
I
things
don't
that
know.
sometimes anime,
I don't know.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
when the main overpowered character, he thinks other people are stronger than they are, but they're just not showing it. And
no, because he doesn't really team up with other mages.
gotcha. Okay.
Like he's not really been in a party with another mage at this point where I'm at, because I haven't finished. There's
Okay.
like 3 episodes left, and the last dub episode came out today, I think. So um so like he hasn't seen another mage fight.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying like the other mages are actually weak. He's just so much stronger than them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but no, it's yeah, like I said, it's really good. It's enjoyable. But it is typical isekai.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. The last episode came out or sub came out yesterday, and the 10th episode dubbed came out yesterday as well. So
Okay, it wasn't
two
today
more
then.
dubbed to wait. Wow, there must have been a week it skipped because a lot of the 11th episodes are coming out this week, but the
Well,
10th for that
it
came
could have
out.
also started later too. They
That's
they
true, I
they
guess.
don't they
Yeah.
don't all start at the same time.
Well, I wish it did because I don't want to have to wait that much that long. I don't want to have to wait an extra week. Because this one I've heard nothing but good things about. It looks good. Um,
It is. And you said that was it for you.
yep, that's all I got. That's all I had.
Okay.
besides random things here and there.
Yeah, I've got a couple things I'm not going to talk about very much. Like, I did watch a movie yesterday because I was bored. Um, I watched a Working Man, which is a Jason Statham one man army movie. And
Ah,
if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So,
yeah.
uh, ex special forces is now a construction worker. Daughter gets kidnapped into human trafficking. He goes on a crusade to save her. That
Ah, okay. So Jason Statham in Taken.
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Whenever I think of
it
Jason
is.
Statham, I can't help but forget or think of the Crank movies. Those were the first things that I'll. They're just they got so ridiculous at in Crank 2.
Yeah,
Oh, but yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen Crank 2.
these
I definitely saw the first one.
it's worth seeing just because it's of the craziness that happens in that
Was it
movie.
was it in the first one where he had sex in public, like right after a car wreck?
Maybe I can't I it's been a while
Because
since I've seen
I
both of
definitely remember
them,
that.
but yeah, they get pretty crazy, those movies. Yeah. It feels like, yeah, Jason Statham's just like generic action movie now
Yes,
versus, he had some really good action movies, you know?
like I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying if you've
Yeah.
seen one, you've seen them all.
Like,
But yeah, just and I rewatched Horimiya, which I still is the best romance anime.
hmm, I'm partial to, what is it? Let me get this. Snow White with the red hair.
Okay,
But yeah, that is another good one too. That is top tier for sure. But yeah, it's just that there's not that many good romance anime, so
good is the
it's kind
keyword.
of
Good.
yeah, it's kind of a short list. But you still haven't seen the sequel series of that
I
Last
started it.
Pieces? Oh,
Missing
you did finally.
missing pieces.
Missing Pieces. Okay, yeah.
I started it. Um, so yeah, I just want like okay, graduation. They graduate. They get engaged. Continue, please. Nope, they don't do that. They end there.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you
And
have to end happily ever after. Like,
well,
or
from I looked up at the source material. I'm like, did the source material even have it? No, and it's still going. The source material is still going. What they do is they jump to other characters.
oh, okay.
So instead of focusing on Horimiya, they get into other side characters and introduce others, and pretty much the entire school is going to be in have its own arc at this point.
Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, I think tomorrow the last kaiju number 8 comes out. Maybe? No. There's more. Hold on. There's gotta be
Uh,
maybe. Yeah, there's more. Maybe? One, two, three, four, five. Maybe it's the last one. I don't know if there's gonna be 12 or 13 this season. Oh, I guess, but I don't know. I guess the day off maybe doesn't count, so there's probably two more. Yeah. They got the countdown though on the on the website.
I see that.
One of the few shows I ever see a countdown for, too. You don't see many that have countdowns, right? At
I
least
don't know
I
if I've
don't. I don't. Like, did
see.
Solo Leveling even have one?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But I remember they had the countdown for Kaiju number 8 last season. I definitely remember the countdown was for last season, too. Because people were hyped for Kaiju number 8 when it first came out. I remember that for sure.
According to my anime list, it has it at 11 episodes, but I don't. I think that's counting episodes out.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's out now. But one of them is the special episode that
Right.
was, yeah, that's not listed as a numbered. That's so who knows? But yeah, there's a lot of animes. The dubs are wrapping up, are wrapping up, and I'm excited because oh man, there's so many that I need to catch up on. Like Chainsaw Man, I need to catch up on that so I can maybe see the movie. I don't know.
I watched the
Unfortunately,
first episode of that one.
my theater doesn't have the movie listed yet. So, which I'm like, why? You see how popular Demon Slayer was. Why not have the next popular anime movie? Like, you're dumb if you don't. Although my movie theater, they also didn't have Dragon Ball Daima when that release for the theaters was out. Which again, I was like, you're dumb because the Dragon Ball movies were always packed whenever I went to see them there. Like, and then Spy Family.
That's getting
That's
a season 3 coming out.
uh
Coming up. Yeah.
yeah. I still haven't finished season 2
Neither have
in the
I.
movie.
Final season of
There's a lot of good.
My Hero.
Yeah, I still need to wrap up the last of that. Like
Yeah.
I got to where he had just gotten to the like little island that they like secluded, what's his name? The hand guy at.
That might be farther than me.
I think I was a little farther than you, yeah. But yeah, they had a plan where they like secluded the evil the main baddie basically
Shigaraki.
away. Yeah. And Deku was or Midoriya was gonna like he unfortunately got like teleported somewhere else because of unforeseen circumstances. So everyone else was trying to keep uh Shigaraki,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah. They were trying to keep him like, you know, occupied until Midoriya came. But yeah.
Let's see what else. One Punch Man season 3.
Oh yeah. There's been some controversy on that I've seen.
Oh, really? I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, people are saying like I don't know if the director or the producer or somebody said like it's not going to be as good as the previous stuff or something. There's something I saw, I thought.
Weird. Weird to come out and say that.
Mm.
A new season of Isekai Quartet. Wow. Was not expecting
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I remember I think I mentioned that to you like a few weeks ago.
I don't
Yeah.
remember if you did.
I was shocked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. That's gonna be interesting. I think I watched all of. I think I watched the first two
Little
because the
Miss
second one they
Vampire
introduced
can't
shit.
suck right. Okay.
Oh, Lord of Mysteries. That's one I'm excited for. To I think that's almost done. Yeah, there's two more. I hear that
A,
one's good.
a new Digimon.
Yeah, they keep coming out with Digimons. Yeah, I saw that too.
That Kamen Rider anime.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
hope that's on Crunchyroll. I doubt it will be. I don't know. It
What do you
might
think it would be?
might be. There's a chance
Yeah.
it might.
What's it called?
What did I just passed it? Uh, Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know where it would be. Where I can't imagine it would if it's gonna. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
can't imagine it would go anywhere but Crunchyroll. Like,
no,
I can't imagine
I can
Netflix.
see it going to Amazon Prime.
Really? You think Prime would get it?
Prime made a Kamen Rider series.
Did they? Okay, I didn't know that.
They
Wow.
had a series called Amazons, which is a continuation or a reimagining of it was the third Kamen Rider ever, which was Kamen Rider Amazon. So they had a show. They
That's
made
I. That's wild. I didn't even
yeah.
know that. Wow.
It's not it was available in the US. It's no longer available in the US though.
Really?
And it was supposed to be like really dark, really bloody. Like it was like rated mature kind of a thing
So Amazon made a show that they no longer show in the US.
in the US.
That's. I wonder why. Yeah. Huh.
They might have lost the rights to Kamen
Maybe.
Rider,
Yeah.
or they didn't. Like that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Expect me to talk about a lot of anime coming up though, because there's a lot wrapping up.
Yeah,
Ah, but I guess we can, unless you got anything else, we can wrap
I got
things
nothing
up.
else.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Stuart's at Casual Terror on Blue Sky. I'm at Will Play Games underscore on Twitter/X, which I don't really use, but I'm also at Will Play Games on Blue Sky, which I use as often as I use as I use Twitter/X. So follow me there, and maybe I'll start. I need to start posting and just random stuff, just because I need to
Yeah,
get back to at least communicating with more people on online. I guess I've like stopped talking to a lot of people, unfortunately, just because I don't like I stopped playing certain games and I stopped going on social media as much, and but
one thing I wish Blue Sky would do is like if you're on the site, if you're and you're just sitting on the site, it doesn't automatically like, hey, somebody new posted, and like refresh itself. You have to
gotcha. Yeah.
manually refresh it because I've had it open almost the entire stream, and I had to refresh it to see like new posts.
Yeah, but most importantly, follow Stuart on Twitch, twitch.tv/casual terror. Wanted to say that before it disappeared. Because if you do watch it, if you do watch our video, Stuart's got the overlay with it, and he's pointing it out when I say it. But
And coming up
Stuart
in,
streams. Oh, go ahead.
I stream occasionally.
Yes.
Mostly our D&D. And coming up in a little over a month, Extra Life.
Yeah. So
Number
that'll
14
be
for me.
exciting.
14
See,
years
that's
in a row.
crazy. Yeah.
I'm even wearing the shirt today. One of the shirts I have. I have a couple.
Nice. But yeah, be sure to look out for that. Stuart does stream our D&D games. He streams randomly other things from here and there. We need to actually sit, we need whether you stream or not, we need to play Fortnite together.
We do.
Yeah.
Maybe with two of us, one of us can get the Megazord.
Maybe. Yeah, that'd be cool. I was so close last
But
night. Oh,
we have to be lucky where it drops right next to us though. Because
yeah.
it seems like it drops on somebody. Like as fast as it's activated, it has to drop on people a lot of
Well, that
times.
or people are waiting in cars or the
Still, it's
bug
like,
creature. I found some bug creature that I was able to get into, and it was like a roly-poly,
yeah,
spinny, crazy. I was like, "What even is this?" I was just zooming through the map in it. Like, I don't
yeah.
even know what Fortnite
That's
is.
what's going on this season. There's a bug invasion.
Yeah, but I was just moving around, and I got out and was like, "Man, I could have used this when that Megazord appeared last game." Like, I could have gotten to the way quicker.
It's not as fast as a car though. Like I don't think it is.
I don't. I'm terrible in video game driving, so I don't know. Not as bad as some people we know. At least I don't drive us off cliffs. That's an old callback.
Years ago. You guys said I was
But
mad. I don't remember being mad.
you were a little upset. It's funnier to exaggerate how upset you were, but you were a little upset. You weren't like furious, but especially you were a little annoyed.
I will take your word for it. Because
um,
two people are telling me that, so it has to be true.
yeah. And I said it on the internet, so it has to be true.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, um, I guess until or I guess with that we will catch you next time.
And remember, no animals were harming this podcast. I swear I never say words at the end there.
There was another show I could have talked about, but I was like, yeah, it, I started watching Rizzoli and Isles.
It's only 9.
It's a it's a procedural, like one of those procedural shows. It was on like TNT, or I think one's a cop, one's a medical examiner. It's kind of it's like Bones, but
Okay.
both of them are ladies.
Okay.
Yeah, like literally the medical examiner. She is like the same personality as Bones, pretty much. She's a little better as far as like social interactions, but like she has a lot of the same mannerisms and stuff like that. It's just one of those shows that I was like, I never watched that. Well, I'll give it a shot. It's all the way done with, and It's the typical, like, oh man, serial killers. Oh, and and there's this one serial killer who's infatuated with one of the main characters that keeps coming back, and
Uh,
yeah. Well, all the procedural shows have at least one
right,
like recurring serial killer who's just infatuated with one of the yeah.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, just a show to have on to watch. Um, oh, what's crazy about this show is they had an episode that took place during the Boston Marathon where there was like a terrorist attack, and this I was like, wait,
Weird.
was this before? And this was like 3 years before. Yeah, the episode was like 3 years before. I'm like, oh wow, that's. I'm like, surely this can't have taken place after. That would
What
be just
show
bad
was it?
taste. That'd be bad taste.
There was a show. I don't remember what it was, but the plot point was a plane had malfunctioned and was heading towards one of the twin towers, and it aired on September 10th, 2021.
Wow. I'm sure that's easy to Google. But yeah, I was like, I was literally like, it wasn't a bomb or anything, but it was, it was like a sniper thing. But like, I was like, this can't have come after. This had to have been before. I mean, the show takes place in Boston, so of course, it's not too far fetched that they would have something around something like the Boston Marathon. But did you find the show? It was.
I think so. I want to make sure I got the air date right, though. Yeah, it was the lone gunman. It was the pilot episode.
Oh, it was a.
Oh no, it wasn't the pilot episode. But it was the lone gunman that had that.
I don't even know what that show is.
It was a spinoff of X Files
Oh,
with the three like weird guys that were recurring characters. They called themselves the lone gunman.
how can you be lone if there's three of you?
Okay, yeah, it was the pilot episode that had
uh,
a plane that malfunctioned was heading towards the twin towers.
the Lone Rangers, but there are three of you. Honestly, I've never seen the X Files.
Really?
Yeah, should I? Does it
I
hold
don't
up?
know. I don't know how well it holds up. Probably not the special effects.
It's just one of those things that I grew up watching horror movies and stuff like that. I was okay with that. It was like the alien abduction stuff that scared me as a kid, though. Like I was all about like some like you know Chucky, Jason, even some hardcore like demented toys, some like like offshoot horror. Like my mom was big into horror, so like we would go to Blockbuster, go to the horror section, take a movie, come back next movie. Like we went through the entire horror section because my mom was big into that. So that was no big deal. But for whatever reason, aliens, like alien abduction stuff, scared me as a little kid.
Well, aliens don't become a thing in the X-Files until much, much, much later. Even though
Yeah, but all the
one character
advertisement,
is looking for aliens, he never finds them until he
but
does.
all the advertisement is seeing it as a kid, the advertisement, was all about like, you know, is there life out there? Aliens. This.
Yeah, but it never was about aliens.
Yeah.
Even though, like, Mulder, his sister was abducted by aliens, and he's searching
Was it
for her.
actually okay? I was about to say, was there actually paranormal stuff, or like were there cryptics and stuff like that, or?
That's all. It's all what it was. It was all
Oh, okay.
like cryptics, and like Scully was, like, okay, here's the science on how this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scully was all about debunking cryptics and
Oh yeah, I know.
putting science to it.
I know the character types of both of them. Yeah, from pop culture, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, osmosis, pop culture. Yeah,
right.
I've seen Simpsons and Family Guy and all these others that have parodied the. Yeah, so I know of them, but yeah, I just never actually watched them. I was too busy watching Tales from the Crypt. Like I said, I was into horror. I was like, now I can't do horror. I can't handle horror. But I can do alien stuff. No problem. It's kind of flipped. It's not that I'm scared of horror, it's just that I just don't like it. You
I
know?
don't like being jump scared.
I just don't like
That's it.
mindless like killing and violence. Or mindless, gruesome, bloody killing violence, like
Yeah.
horror movies have. But yeah. It's always been one that I'm like, should I go back and actually watch X-Files, or huh?
You can try. I mean, like I said, I don't know how well it holds up. I would think it would.
It's also like, how did they handle like the special effects and stuff like that too? Like,
Puppets on strings.
Stuart, it's the year 2025, and we still don't have any more Stargate anything.
Mm-hmm. Nope. No, we do not.
I forget how we brought it up, but Steven and I were when we were talking like sometime in the last couple weeks. And we brought up Pluto or whatever, and he was saying something about Pluto, and I'm like, oh yeah, Pluto. There's some good stuff on there. Stuart watches Pluto. He'll watch the Stargate channel. You
Yep.
know, and he'll just throw it on and just have it.
Yep.
And Yeah, but yeah, no Stargate anything. Like the closest thing we gotten was they did that AI script, right? And they
Uh
did the
huh.
read of it, but I don't even know if that's public or not. I know it was behind a pay thing, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that we don't have anything Stargate and it's like is the universe the last Stargate? No, they had the yeah, okay, they had
No, they had the
the
the mini
movies,
series.
the miniseries, yeah. Oh yeah, about was it
Cassandra.
Catherine or
Yeah.
Cassandra? Yeah,
No,
I
no,
knew
no. It was Catherine. Cassandra was the
Catherine.
was the was the little girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Catherine.
Man, how did I pull that out of I pulled that out of nowhere. I can't even believe I remember that. I'm bad with names too.
Okay, June
Oh, there it is.
19th, 2025. Stargate's TV co-creator is confident in the franchise's return.
Oh man,
14 years since Stargate Universe.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was the last like main. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like it was just a space traveling show. Like
It,
it was a
it wasn't what
yeah.
I wanted from Stargate.
It was like Stargate meets Star Trek. You know,
More Battlestar Galactica.
I didn't get too into Battlestar.
I didn't either. That's why I didn't like it.
Yeah. I watched the preview or the prequel series, Caprica. I like that. That was good. But no, I actually watched Caprica before I even watched an episode of Battlestar. You know, there was a show I see on Hulu. I tried to watch I watched I think the first episode, but it's a medical drama with the chick from Smallville who played Lois Lane and the um the guy who plays Daniel from Stargate.
Oh, Michael Shanks.
Yeah, where it's like they're a couple and he gets into a coma or something and something it I was like, what? I think it was a Canadian show, weirdly enough. When I think I looked it up. It was like a Canadian show, maybe, and that's why I had never heard of it until I randomly saw it on Hulu. Um, it pops up from time to time as a recommended for me.
Weird.
Where is it? I'm on Hulu. Shorts.
It's. I'm gonna read you this. Um, this sentence right here. A press release from back in 2021 specifically mentioned MGM's 12 Angry Men, Basic Instinct, Creed, James Bond, Legally Blonde, Moonstruck, Poltergeist, Raging Bull, Robocop, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs, Stargate, Thelma and Louise, Tomb Raider, The Magnificent Seven, Pink Panther, Thomas Crown Affairs, and many other icons. What on earth could they be doing with like 12 Angry Men?
I don't know.
There was
Oh, here we
You had a really good movie. It was like 60 or 70 years old by now. Keep it at that. There's no way you can do 12 Angry Men these days and it not being political. That story
Yeah,
just doesn't
Eric.
work anymore.
Yeah, Erica Durant and Michael Shanks. Yeah, that's the and Thomas Crown Affair.
Yeah.
What?
As your brain catches up to what I said.
No, I mean that was the one thing that really popped through when you first said it, you know. But I was trying to search for this. It's called Saving Hope. On the
Oh,
eve
okay.
of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
wedding, an accident leaves Chief Surgeon Harris in a coma. Charlie Harris in a coma, and his fiance and fellow surgeon Alex Reed in a state of shock. It went on for 5 seasons. I'd never heard of the show until I just saw it recommended on Hulu after. I think it was around the time I was watching The Good Doctor. Like,
I heard about it.
yeah, but I think I looked it up and I think it might have been, I don't know if it was Canadian or at least it aired on a Canadian channel or produced. I don't know. But yeah, 5 seasons. I was like, wow. It's like I'll eventually go back to watch it because I liked her. I liked her as Lois Lane in Smallville. And I like him as Daniel Jackson. That's it. Man, I couldn't think of his last name in the show. But I could hear like I could hear the it being said in my head.
Right.
Daniel Jackson. Yeah. For my brain just
Indeed.
wasn't making that connection. Yeah. Indeed. It's funny because Steven and I and a bunch of other friends, we always would be like, indeed. And just like just a thing, and now I have a
Right.
whole new way to say indeed. Like this is like back in high school. Wait, he didn't even know I didn't even know anything about Stargate. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's funny. Indeed.
Uh, oh, have you figured out what you're going to do on your downtime?
Oh, give my list. Some things might change. I mean, if you finalize the thing yet, or
It will.
um,
We got to play it. We got to test it. Like it's going to be fluid until
so
we
is what you
find
have
something.
there, or what? What I mean, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what I have now. We'll go with until we determine otherwise.
I made a spreadsheet that has all their characters. I'm gonna share it with Steven too. All of our characters, and there's like downtime actions for each of the characters, and you can click and check so we can keep track of
Okay.
how many we use, or how many we've completed. Since you said we can complete some during long rests and stuff like that.
Right.
I just made a
Yeah.
quick little thing. It's not. It could be way better because I am terrible when it comes to Excel and spreadsheets and stuff. But I made something. I learned more when I was working in my last job. Because we use spreadsheets a lot and stuff like that. I learned some stuff from that, but
Yeah.
I'm still terrible with spreadsheets. But I do have a thing where we can track. Um, that though, I'm gonna need to. I'll finish this tonight. Hopefully this works. I clicked anyone with a link, but you
So
did
did
too,
I,
and
but
that's yeah.
it didn't work.
um, I'll have to actually the actual downtime actions from that list I'll fill in tonight, but that's my like to-do list, stuff I want to buy, like buy some diamonds, the spells I want to put on those tattoo needles,
Okay.
buy some like cooking stuff, and buy some fancy clothes for when we do that escort mission, so we don't look like, you know,
Okay.
so we don't look outrageous, ridiculous, whatever, since apparently the people we're escorting, they're like, you know, racist snobs, right?
Hmm.
We want to make somewhat of a good impression, just a few RP things, I do want to jump into more RP, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't really RP enough.
No, and that's partly my fault.
Well, it's mine too. I could. I'm not gonna make you take the full blame. I could do some stuff, and I plan on it. You know, yeah, I'll fill in the downtime actions shortly after. Short later tonight when I probably after I make something to eat. I haven't eaten since lunch, so
I haven't either, actually. Actually, no, I take that back. I had some cheesecake after work.
ooh, nice. Um, but yeah, if you're not busy doing prep tomorrow, I'm probably gonna play some Fortnite tomorrow. So
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
I'll shoot you a message and see if you're down for some.
Yeah.
I'd like some of us to get I'd like one of us to at least get the Megazord. Like so close. Oh, so close. I
I've
picked up Lord Zed, of course. I
okay.
had to.
I've done the most damage on the Megazord a number of times.
Oh, yeah, that the time I was so close. Yeah, I did so much, and I got like a couple levels for that part
Well,
for
you
that.
it gives you a medal for the
Yeah.
rest of the match that pings everyone around you.
Ah, okay. But yeah,
Or you can hire
that
um one of the rangers on the map actually does that too.
yeah, I saw a random ranger on the map, and they were like the yellow. I had to kill the yellow ranger because it was like attacking me for some reason.
Just
I
shoot
don't know
her.
why. Maybe I accidentally did damage. Yeah, but
Or could have been hired by somebody else. Was it following somebody else?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I was just taking in everything. Like, oh, this is different. Like,
Yeah, it's been a while since you've played, right?
yeah, since I've really gotten into it. Yeah, but yeah, it's. I definitely want to get. See, I got the bundle because I was just gonna get the regular Lord Zed, but I was like, but the bundle's only like 200 more
It's
coin or or whatever V
how they
bucks.
get you.
That's they use V bucks. Yeah, it's like ah, it's only 200 more, and you get the you get the emote. The emote's worth it
Coming
because it has the
soon,
laugh.
right?
It has the laugh.
Coming soon. They're gonna let you buy exact.
I saw that. Yeah, the exact
So
money for
yeah.
yeah, but I still have a shit ton of V bucks. Like after buying Lord Zed and I bought the battle pass, I still have like over 5,000.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah, and I'll get like 1,000, over 1,000 from the battle pass if I can complete it. So yeah, I still, I mean, I really enjoy doing the save the world stuff, and I got a lot of V-Bucks from that. I would do save the world while I was watching something on another screen or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, you know, it's kind of like a Minecraft thing where it was like kind of a calming type, you know, just like
Right.
because some of the save the world missions are like you have to protect cargo from getting from point A to point B, and so you have to like set up traps and walls, and you know, just there's just something about that that I just really dug, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'll get this done tonight.
Okay.
My finish my list up tonight, so um you know, I wanted to make sure you every you know, we didn't waste too much preparation because like, you know, I spring stuff on you and you're like, oh crap, I have to make this. Hold on, you know,
Yeah.
like, but and I will hit you up tomorrow. Maybe we can play some Fortnite.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Yep. Later.
Talk to you later. And thank you for watching. Uh Sunday, D&D. I may or may not stream our Will and I playing Fortnite tomorrow. I don't know yet. See how I feel. I was planning on streaming Cyberpunk, but and getting back into doing that because I've been thinking about doing that, but then I've been working a lot of overtime, so I just haven't done any streams of Cyberpunk. Even though I started a new character, and I want to continue playing. Yeah, I think about it all the time, and then I don't because I'm too tired after work. Being an adult sucks. Anyway, um, I will get back to playing Cyberpunk at some point. Maybe next weekend. I got nothing going on next weekend. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all. Didn't stop. The button didn't work. Why button no work? I'm still alive. I am, yes.